welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we are still looking at the Peaceful Poppies suite, but I thought we would play or have a look at these lovely little elements to make a very quick and simple card, and then to step it up if you wanted to. Now, before I do that, I need to remind you that the new Handmade for You mini catalogue is available, launches on January the 3rd to June next year. So if you want a copy of it before Christmas, do let me know. Leave me some details below and I am more than happy to send you a copy out into the post. It's absolutely full of all sorts of things and really is going to be really good. You also get with this the celebration brochure. Now, celebration brochure is for every qualifying order. So for £45 spend from either this catalogue or the annual catalogue, you can choose something out of this absolutely free. And there's lots of things inside. Again, I can't show you inside, but have a little look at the cover and it'll give you a bit of an idea. So if you want one of those, as I say, please let me know. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, and you're interested in seeing more projects from this catalogue, I will be doing all of them, all of the things that I've got on my own pre-order between now and obviously Christmas, New Year, and then running through into next year. So if you haven't subscribed, worth clicking that button and subscribing, because you will then get to see all of these things. So this is a selection. They are really, really good price point, and you can make lots and lots of cards. So this is going to be, the complete pack is £6.50. You get 2 sheets of these poppy elements. You get 2 sheets of these, let me do the ones that I haven't taken pieces out of. So 2 sheets of these black, and they're sort of embossed, that they're shiny. I hope you can see that. And you get all of those. You get 2 sheets of those. You get 2 sheets of, and I will put these in onto the black underneath so you can see it a bit clearer, which is vellum, which again is embossed, so you can colour it, you can leave it as it is. You've got leaves, you've got the flowers, and you've got all of those images. So there's 2 sheets of that. And then there are 2 sheets of, again, hopefully you can see if I shine it like this, they're embossed on watercolour. So again, you can watercolour those images and you will have some beautiful, they're die cut out, so you get 2 sheets of those. So you get an awful lot of elements, and they're really good for making quick, simple, easy cards. Then if you want to step them up, we have, as part of this suite, there is Poppy Moments dies. Now, these dies, as I was saying to you the other day, have beautiful poppy elements. They've got leaves, they've got inside borders and things to cut out, they've got flowers, lots and lots of things in there. And we're going to use a couple of elements from this to just step it up a bit as we go. So the first thing we need to do is we are going to just take a card blank. I have cut one of the shapes out of this because your mat, you're not going to see the inside of it, and I'm just going to very quickly and simply glue that on. Because we're using the black and white elements, I wanted to use some of our black cardstock and the white base so that it will all sort of tone in with each other, and it makes the poppies, which are these gorgeous poppy parade poppy colour, it makes them pop just beautifully. So we're going to just stick this on here. That's our base. And then we're going to stick our mat in on top of this. And wherever you are, whether it's international or UK, just cut your mats and layers as you normally would. I'm leaving 1/4 of an inch between each one. So your base layer, cut this one 1/4 of an inch smaller, and then cut this one 1/4 of an inch smaller as well. So you have a nice little border on there like that, and that gives you your start. Now I'm going to lay out what I would class as a very quick and very simple card. So if we take this element here and we just put that along the bottom, and it will fit exactly along the bottom, so you can put it along the bottom there. If we take this circle and just put that in the center, and take one of the poppy images and put that in the center on that one, and put the little poppy in on the bottom there, you can then stamp your sentiment, whatever you want, down on there, and you've got a very quick and simple, easy card. So if you want to step it up a bit, this is what I've decided to do. So I have cut out, these are the pieces that we're using that are already die cut. I have cut out from the, need to get the other ones out, from the painted labels dies, which coordinates with the poppy one. As I say, they're all part of the suite. I have die cut out of here the label, and then I've used the Peaceful Moments, one of the sentiments from there, which, let me just, oh, it's sticking a bit of static. So that's the Peaceful Moments, and I've used the Wishing You Every Happiness This Special Day Will Bring, which I thought was lovely. It could be for a birthday or an anniversary. So I've just die cut that out, and I've cut that in black. So that's this piece. Then we've got the swirl, which again is from this this set. So I've used the swirl on here. And then from the other set, I've just used, because I hadn't used those ones yet. So the Poppy Moments dies, which are the ones that I've just showed you, I've just used these tiny leaf elements and this slightly longer leaf element, because as I was saying the other day, there is so much to use. It's making sure that we use absolutely everything. So I am going to put this, and I'm going to use some dimensionals and things. So I'm going to put this across on the bottom. Now I could cut it down if I wanted to, but I think I just want it to go right the way across the bottom. So I can do it with dimensionals, or I can I'm just going to glue it actually, because that will be quite easy and simple to achieve. Right, I just need to make sure whether I need to, don't glue anything down before you've set it out. So this is the swirls, which is going to go into the center like that. Wishing You Every Happiness is going to go down at the bottom, so it's stepped up a bit. This is going to go into the center here, so you've got that lovely sort of embossing. That's going to go in there, so that sits perfect like this. And this one is, which is the other one, so we can put this on this side, and this piece is going to just tuck in down on there. Okay. So, and then we've got our leaves and things to go in. So I am going to use some dimensionals, because I think the added height will actually make it look quite nice. So we need the dimensionals along here to start off with. But we need this one put down first. So that's going to come down like that. So I am going to glue some of them down actually, because I think the bottom part really probably do need to be glued down. You can see how thick these die cuts are. They're really rather good. So we just need to put some wet glue on here. You can use some snail if you want to. As you know, wet glue is my absolute favourite. So I want this to come down on there, with just about 1/8 of an inch at the bottom in on there. And then this piece is going to be tucked in underneath right up until this corner. So I'm just going to tuck it in like that. And then that can go down nice and straight. Wait for that to go off. And then this piece, I am going to glue it on, because I don't want too many layers at the bottom. So this piece, we can just take this in on here. And then we're going to take that, because that will go exactly down onto the edge, and just need to take that in. Get that nice and straight. Pick it up so that I've got it at the right angle. Whee! That's a good idea, isn't it? Sliding on with pieces off the top. That doesn't matter though, because we're doing the bottom bit at the moment. So just put that in and make sure that that is straight like that. Okay, so that's our piece at the bottom. Then we are going to have this sentiment down here. Now this I will put up, I think, with dimensionals. I don't know whether I'm going to do just the top or the bottom with dimensionals. That's definitely going to be glued down in the center. So I'm going to take each piece at a time. So put this one in on here, but I love the way that you can very simply, just with this, it's like using a kit. And the nice thing with this wet glue as well is that you can just take the little pieces off on the side carefully. You can use our fine tip glue pen if you want to, but as I say, I tend to use, I'm quite frugal with my crafting, so I use my wet glue for absolutely everything because it works for me. And as long as you just take it down carefully, you just sort of draw over it with the glue. There we go. And then we can put this down, and I'm going to just do it at that sort of angle. Slap bang in the center there. That makes an absolutely beautiful frame. You know, you could just put a sentiment in the center of that. Then this piece is going to go in on the inside. Now this is going to have the dimensionals on, so I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. Let's put 3 on like that. Then I can put that in, and we want to try and get it as centered as we can, so just sort of taking one edge and laying it down carefully so that you've got it as centered as you can. I think that's pretty centered. Then we're going to take this little element on here, and again I think I'm going to put that up with dimensionals. I quite like that little bit of height on there. You don't need to, but it just gives it a little bit of a lift, which is why I've left those pieces without, so that you've got that centerpiece is the piece. And I'm putting them straight down like this in the center. So straight down like that into the center, and you've got that piece on. Now we've got these lovely little sort of leafy things in, and I just thought if we put those in black, we could just sort of poke them in. And just give another little bit of sort of texture in on there. So I've cut out 5 of them. I don't know whether I'm going to use all of them, but we'll tuck one just sort of in here like that, I think, because I want them just to sort of come out of the edge. So we'll have one there. This one's a bit longer, so you can have this one just in its, just in its little stem. Say these leaves will be lovely, building up lots of layers and things, which will be very pretty. So we'll have one just tucked in underneath, I think, like this. Maybe just over the top a little bit. So you've got that coming out like that. Whoops, my fingers can't pick these up at the moment. So we'll have another little piece, one sort of up, just maybe coming out at that angle, will look quite nice. And then again on this one, I'm just going to build it up so we've got it coming out of those 2 sort of things. So I'm going to have that other one just tucked in like that. Got a complete sort of row of leaves coming in, and you can build up as many as you want really. I just sort of thought that it would be quite nice because it would add just another little extra layer on there. It's a nice thing when you get new stamp sets. As I said, I take great pleasure in just put that one like that, yes, in just sort of playing around with different ideas. And then we've got this one, and I think I'm going to put that up with dimensionals. I think it will show better. So let's just put this, I think we only need two, one on either end. And then I have done a little bow with the crinkle. Concentrate while I'm getting that straight. Like that. With this lovely, I'm really impressed with this because, as I said, I don't use ribbon a lot, crinkled seam binding ribbon, and I've tied a little bow, and I could put it just up in the corner there, which will sort of finish it off. I'm not sure. I'm not. So you could put it in the corner there. You could put it just sort of down at the bottom there if you wanted. You could even put it sort of down in on here. There's various places where you could put it. I think probably it would look good just up in that little corner like that. So that's probably where I would put it. But you can see, just playing around with a few elements, there's only one bit of stamping on here. The rest of it has all been cut out. And you can make it as simple or as fancy as you want. But these lovely little elements that you can use are just absolutely brilliant because you get so many of them. So you can make lots and lots of cards very simply, very easily. You know, I've only used, if I go back to my, I got those two on there, those two on there. Oh, here it is. I have only used 2 pieces from here. So I've only used one of those and one of those. So there's all of these ones to use, and again you could have just put one of those in the center. Just so many ideas to very simply make a card, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. So thank you so much again for watching me. Do look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.